But you got your tongue out for. So what's
The
going on? What are we talking about, JoJo? The
resurrection.
resurrection. We're talking about the resurrection. Well, that's what we're celebrating tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. On Easter.
Yes, Easter Sunday. We
Mm-hmm.
celebrate that once a year. We should celebrate it every day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to have holidays, have days set apart to commemorate certain things. But tomorrow's a big day.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's a big day. It's pretty pivotal. What pivotal? Pivot
Pivotal.
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 Yeah. It even our timeline, our very timeline goes from BC to AD, which means before Christ, and Anno Domini is Latin for in the year of our Lord. We're in the year 2025 Anno Domini. Everything sort of revolves around that. Um, History revolves around Christ's resurrection. That's something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Apostle Paul, he writes in 1 Corinthians 15 about the resurrection. He talks about how a lot of people didn't believe in the resurrection. They called them Sadducees. They were a political interest group per se during the time of Christ and afterwards and before. During that period of time. But the Apostle Paul talks about how they didn't believe in the resurrection. And he tells them, he says, if Christ has not been resurrected, then we are to be pitied above all. Our very faith is in vain, it's all for nothing. But he says, but in fact, he has been resurrected. He defeated death for us so that we could defeat death as well. That's a lot to take in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. But what's so amazing about it
That he rose from the dead.
is His grace. His grace. We don't deserve for Him to do that to us for us. I know I don't.
I don't either.
But yeah, I mean, you know, when I think about those things, how He saved me from where I was at, what I was doing, I just, Bible also says that, um, you know, we might dare to die for a good man, but it also says right after that, it says, while we were still sinners, which means we were literally in rebellion against God, while we were still in rebellion, um, unrighteous, um, just going the wrong way. Ephesians puts it, we were in the clutches of the prince of the power of the air, the rulers of darkness in the heavenly realms. We were under the authority. We were enslaved by the elementary principles of the world. But while we were still in that state, Christ died for us. Better yet, he was resurrected. A lot to take in.
Yes.
But when it hits your heart, oh my goodness. That's what worship is all about. So when you go to church tomorrow, and there's a lot of people that's going to be at church tomorrow that don't really go too much any other time of the year, and it's sort of out of tradition, to go to church on Easter Sunday. My prayer is that they would really see how much that is to take in, and they would be in awe. They would be set in awe about how Christ died for us and rose, came to life so that we could defeated death so that we could have life.
Mm-hmm.
You got something to say?
I'm glad that he rose from the dead for us, and he died for us, and he didn't have to do that.
What else can you say? There it is.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
All right. He came down from a perfect heaven to
Yeah.
live among those who would hang him on a cross. All right. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Y'all have a happy Easter.
Yep.